I don't even think I need to go this deep into it, right? I can just go to live. Unforgiven Ireland says Sour Necro 0, 0, and 3. It's tough division. Yeah, could be a triple header. I don't know what's going on right now. It looks like there might be a connection issue. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's not Steam. I'm gonna try to oh, there we go. Oh boy. Oh boy, what's going on? Blood Bowl 3, what's going on? Unforgiven Ireland says Toasty knows, but I've been jabbering on that I'm now 16 games unbeaten with Necro. Congratulations. That's a great win streak. Oh, this is taking... What is happening on the server side? What is happening? Something's going on the server side here with Blood Bowl, unfortunately. No live games? What's going on? All right, I'm gonna restart this. I'm gonna restart the game. Sigur's Loop says, what's the other game? We have 3 of them tonight. Dangerous Nights Crew versus the Fishy Fiends should be up now. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Sigur's Loop. There we go. There we go. All right, this second game of our doubleheader is going to be the Dangerous Knights crew versus the Fishy Fiends, Connor versus Ajax, Dark Elves versus Chaos Renegades. We're in turn 4 of this game now. Renegades on offense to start the first half of this game. They have the ball on the opposing 12-yard line over in the right wide zone. Unforgiven Ireland says, mind me posting a link? I don't mind you posting a link. Nightbot will remove it, but we can just re-add it. I haven't fixed Nightbot, so if you wanna post the link, I'll just repost it. And a score to start this second game, 1-0. The Fishy Fiends on in the lead. Very well done here, I guess. Oh, I did fix Nightbot. Look at that. Look at me. All right, the Fishy Fiends have set up for the second drive of the game. We're starting the stream here at the end of the first quarter. The 3 big guys on the line, as well as 2 linemen, one of which is a journeyman. These Chaos Renegades seem really defined by having 3 big guys out of a choice of 4. The Rat Ogre here is the one to really watch out for as the star. This Rat Ogre can be made absolutely reliable by just having a friendly player next to them. Their nega trait here is Animal Savagery. And what that means is... Oh, Liz started? Oh, hold on. Sorry. Stuff on the meeting. These Rat Ogres, Animal Savagery, if they block or blitz, they have to roll a d6 on a 2+. They can... Or I'm sorry, when they activate, if they fail the die roll, they lose their activation unless they beat up a friendly adjacent player, and then they can continue to take their activation. So that makes them very reliable. They have a strength of 5 and Frenzy and Mighty Blow on top of that. So that means that they're getting 4 dice, 6 dice with Mighty Blow. That gives them a +1 to their armor break. They are removal machines. Absolute removal machines. They also have that prehensile tail. If they can get a mark on the ball carrier or somebody that needs to dodge away, it can be a real pain. Dangerous Night Screw are going to pick up a re-roll here. The ball is kicked in the left wide zone on the 24-yard line. Dangerous Night Screw on offense for the first time in the half. Unforgiven Ireland says Animal Savagery equals slap mates to do stuff. Indeed. Indeed. Segner's Loop says, they're good at removing your own players too. Yes, they are. So this Dark Elf team, this is a pretty good team, right? You can see he's got 3 of the 4 blitzers on the roster here. MA7, they're very fast. He has the runner here, number 5, MA7 as well. Of course, being elves, they have fantastic agility at 2+. You make a lot of agility rolls in the game of Blood Bowl, and that means that they are an absolute nuisance. They can run, they can pass, they can do it all. The runner also has a skill. A rookie runner has dump off. That means if this runner is about to eat a block, they can say, hold up, I'm going to interrupt the turn. I'm going to try a quick pass with this ball. This is a great tool to keep this ball safe and keep it moving. Lots of speed, lots of agility. They've really just they've got to watch out for these 3 big guys. They don't want to go toe-to-toe with the big guys naturally. They'll start removing players. This is the most resilient of the elves. They have an AV of 9+. Good 2+ pickup. Advances the ball back to center pitch here on the 20-yard line. Takes the uphill block on the Rat Ogre. Double skulls here. Keeps the double skulls. Gets stunned. Took the uphill block on the Rat Ogre instead of dodging away. That would have been a 2+ dodge away. Well, it would have been a 3+ dodge due to prehensile tail. Tried to get a block on that big guy. Didn't matter. Uphill or not, it was double skulls. Decided to hold on to the re-roll. And now turn 5 for the Fishy Fiends. Second quarter begins. The number 2 Renegade Ogre, Festicle the Barnacle, or Festicle. Come on now. Festoon the Barnacles. It's got to roll boneheaded on the left side of the line. The Minotaur here, this is the player on the blocker, the Blitz. They're Unchanneled Fury. Before they roll, if they're taking a blocker or a blitz, their nega trait roll succeeds on a 2+, otherwise it's a 4+. That means the Minotaur with Frenzy and Mighty Blow, just like the Rat Ogre. See how the Rat Ogre will continue to activate here due to having the ally to knock down. But roll double skulls, and that'll be a turnover. The Minotaur, very similar with Frenzy and Mighty Blow. But the difficulty with the Minotaur is that to reposition the Minotaur, you have to be blitzing, basically. You have to be spending your 1 blitz on the Minotaur, or else it's a 50-50 whether the Minotaur gets activated or not. So you always want to make sure you have that Minotaur right where you want him to be. We saw Ajax play these big guys excellently last week, was always able to keep these big guys in the position where they're always in the drive, they're always taking those blocks and exactly where he wants them to be. Fails the die roll here with the Rat Ogre. Decides to let the die roll rock. The Rat Ogres can be a little scary. It's a big guy, but just the AV of 9+. That's just average armor. 2+ dodge away by the Journeyman. Number 1 dodges back to safety, as does number 10. My meeting's wrapping up. Oh, as I said that, somebody in the meeting was like, oh, one more thing. Moving the ball forward here. Hands off to number 9. Has number 9 in the cage here. Number 9 not terribly safe here. Remember, this Minotaur is marking the cage. So this Minotaur can take, what this means. So the Minotaur can take the block. That means that the blitz is, oh, the blitz is available to go off the ball, but now the ball's shooting out to the left. Sets up a half cage here on the left wide zone. So the ball currently marked by the Ogre. There's definitely, I say definitely, but I suspect there's going to be dice on the ball here. So Von Roo says, what's going on here? So just for context, Connor is brand new, not just to the league, but brand new to the game of Blood Bowl. So learning to play here. This is, I would imagine, Connor's 4th game. So good on Connor for picking up this team and learning the game with us. I mean, we all love the game, and we've all been new. So. So this half cage is currently marked on the right side. Yeah, 2-die block by number 3, or by number 12 against the blitzer. Gets the foul here. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz on the ball carrier. Got the knockdown. We'll see if number 9 stays on the pitch. Oh, it's an armor break. Gets a stun out of it. Great stun. The ball's going to bounce out to the 4-yard line. So the Dangerous Knights crew definitely felt the pressure here in the cage. Set up that cage, saw that it was marked by the Minotaur and said, uh-oh, I need to get to safety. I think panicked a little bit, came out here to the left wide zone. Had that half cage, but a half cage really only effective when you're on the sideline, right? Here's your ball carrier. Here's your half cage. But then even then, only effective. Wait, did I just X and O everybody? Here's your ball carrier. Here's your cage. But even so, this is only effective if your cage isn't marked. If your cage is marked, your ball carrier is not safe, because that means that there could be 2 blocks, right? Or the 2 rolls of block dice. One on a block that frees up the blitz to go after the ball carrier. Wow, the meeting ended on time! The meeting ended on time! All right. All right, I'm back in. Turn 6 now for the Dangerous Knights crew. I apologize. Every Tuesday night I have a meeting at 8:30, and it's important that I'm there. And paying more attention to that than this. So. Yeah. Sectors Loop, thank you very much for the bits. Here's the blitz. One die blitz on the number 7 Skaven player. Gets the knockdown here. Breaks armor. Could be a big loss. Pushes onto the ball. Pops the ball out to the opposing 6-yard line. Tizzle Bizzle demanding death. Oh, thanks, Sectors Loop. You're a champion. Thank you very much. Failed 3+ dodge on the right side. That will be a turnover. Electric Smith says because the whole Squircle thing has been decided. Turn 7 now for the Fishy Fiends. Ajax again doing a real good job of keeping these big guys grouped up. These are really the stars of the show on the Chaos Renegades team. Chaos Renegades can be a difficult team to coach just because big guys tend to be unreliable. So you've got to know how to work around that reliability issue. But also, anybody but the linemen have animosity, right? So where's here we go. Here's an animosity. Oh, I can't do it while there's a die roll. But animosity, depending on who you have animosity against, and on a Chaos Renegades team, it's going to be against all the teammates. So you can see here, what that means is if they have if a player with animosity, this is a nega trait. If a player with animosity has the ball and they need to give that ball up to a teammate, whether that's a pass or a handoff, they've got to roll a die. And on a 1, they decide, you know what? You disgust me. I'm not actually giving the ball to you, right? So there's a lot of inherent unreliability on a Chaos Renegades team. It can be very difficult to coach. Ajax, so far, has been doing an absolute fantastic job of it. 2-die block against number 8 here in the left wide zone. Gets the knockdown. This is with Festoon the Barnacled, the Ogre. Again, the blitz with the bull gets a pow out of this. That was a 3-die blitz with frenzy. That means on the follow-up, 3 more dice. You have the potential for 3 more dice, provided you don't block yourself into a frenzy trap. That's a lot of dice, right? You try to knock down that player, and then you have Mighty Blow on top of that to give you a +1 to the armor break or the injury roll. Good recovery by the Dark Elf, Darth Pointy Pony, but not the Dark Elf team. This is the Dark Elf on the Chaos Renegades team. Chaos Renegades have a mix of different races on the team. They have elves, they have all these different big guys, they have humans, they have a bunch of players to choose from, orcs, Skaven. They all hate each other. Turn 7 now for the Dangerous Knights crew. They're on offense here in the second drive of the game, but now they've lost possession of the ball. The ball now in the possession of the defense on the 2-yard line, on the Dangerous Knights crew own 2-yard line. Dangerous Knights crew down just a single player. Segnos Loop says, so far Chaos Renegades has been my favorite to coach. Yeah, I think, so when I say humans are my favorite, they are my favorite, but make no mistake, I think all the, oh, wow! Failed the 2+ dodge. That always hurts as an elf coach. Failed the 2+ dodge. That is a null turn, a turnover now. Turn 8 for the Fishy Fiends. 3-die block on Sassenfrass? Salamander. No armor break here. Oh, Electric Man with the sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your generosity. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. But all these teams, I don't think there's a single team that is not fun to play in Blood Bowl. There are teams that are terrible, like Tomb Kings, or, you know, Ogres. Elden Marina says, my Dark Elf team holds the league record for most TDs in one game, 5-0, right? I believe that's right. I'd have to look it up, but I believe that's right. In fact, I should build a sprock for that. 3-die blitz on the number 5 runner. Gets a knockdown here. Was looking for the surf. Didn't get the push. Gets a stun out of it. Hand off to number 13. This will be another score. Very well done by the Fishy Fiends. 2-0 the score. Very well done. Ajax, no stranger to the game. Dangerous Knights crew are going to have 10. Is that 10v10? 10v10 on the pitch. Final turn of the first half, unless there is a timeout. If there's a timeout, there'll be 2 more turns left. The Dangerous Knights crew can absolutely score in 2 turns. Five on the line, spread wide for the defense. 2 in either wide zone. Do that very fast Skaven player in the safety position. Double time Skitterwake, the number 7 Skaven player, MA7. Elden Ring says that was back in Blood Bowl 2, though, when all elves were both passing and catching threats. Yep. If you're brand new to Blood Bowl, the current rule set came out in 2020, and before that, the game was largely well, there were lots of changes, but the game was largely the same from 3rd edition until 2020. And so, I mean, that was decades. That was like 15 years, I guess. No, longer than that. That was 20 years. 25 years, maybe? It was a very long time. And what ended up shaking out in the old rule set was there wasn't this passing stat before. There was just edge. That passing, there were 5 stats here. This passing stat didn't exist. And so passing was rolled into agility. So elves with a 2+ edge could do everything. Could do everything very well. It was disgusting. SB Beaver says, but we did have Slaughterball. Yep, I have a conspiracy theory about Slaughterball. I think Slaughterball gave us the resurrection of Blood Bowl. Looking for some SPP here by the Dangerous Knights crew. It takes a blitz. 1-die blitz in the left wide zone, gets a push out of this. Might be it for the Dangerous Knights crew. Oh, they're going to take the uphill block on the Minotaur, and they got the knockdown. Let's go. Looking for a 9+. This could be huge. No armor break. Still has a pass for some SPP. Another uphill. This time on the Rat Ogre. It's going to be a knockdown. Is the blitzer going to stay on the pitch? He is. That's it. SB Beaver prayed to Nuffle. Elden Rune's like, foul, foul, foul. 2-0 the score at the half. Looks like the Dangerous Knights crew is going to be on offense to start the second half here. They're down by 2 touchdowns. They needed to get on the board. If they want to win this game, if they don't want to lose, they're probably going to need to score quickly and then recover this ball and score again. It's going to be a tough undertaking here. You can see this wide anchor for the defense set up again here in the second half. Again, 5 on the line for the defense with all 3 big guys on the line. We have the Rat Ogre, Sargason the Foul as the nose tackle. We have these 2 outside defensive tackles here, Festoon and A Kind Sir, the Abyssal Bull, on the outside. Dark Elves probably don't want to tangle with these pieces, but they have to watch out, right? They have to watch out for all this mighty blow on the line. Whoa, what is happening to that ball? A spell was cast on that. Brilliant coaching. Nobody gets the extra reroll. Oh! Ho, ho, ho! Apparently, we missed not only Murghul the Mad getting sent off, but apparently Ajax was called off the pitch as well. He tried to jibber jabber with the ref, and the ref said, get off my pitch. If you foul, you can try to bribe the ref. You can also try to argue the call with the ref. If you roll a 1, though, if you roll a 6, you successfully argue with the ref, and it's no longer a foul, but it is a turnover. If you roll a 1, the ref not only keeps the foul, but calls the coach off the pitch, which means you can no longer argue the call anymore, and you get a -1 to the brilliant coaching kickoff event. And so that's what happened here. So the Fishy Fiends would have got an extra reroll if it weren't for Ajax just running his mouth at the -1. That was a draw. Nobody gets the reroll. Welcome to the stream if I haven't said so already, Bad Dog. Dark Knight's crew repositioning players here. So they're setting up this tight cage in the right wide zone. I don't think they really need this cage. In fact, I don't think they want the cage. Here's why. Setting up this tight cage here means that let's say the ball moves up here, right? Well, now the defense sees exactly where you are. They can cover here, they can cover here. You've lost your movement options, and all three of these big guys are just gonna beat up on your players, right? They're just gonna start murdering players. Instead, what I think would be more effective is to spread this defense wide. Spread the offense wide. This means the defense has to cover, the entire width of the pitch. And if they have to cover the width of the pitch, that means they're not grouping up, they're not eliminating your movement options, and you're able to hunt for those holes and move your faster team through those gaps to try to score. Moving this ball up to the line of scrimmage also is a little risky in my opinion, just because you're up against so much strength and so many skills. If you keep the ball back here instead, you have the speed advantage. Let the defense come to you. If the defense has to come to you, this is a way you can stall. Now, the Dangerous Knights crew definitely doesn't want to stall here being down 0-2, but this is a way you can avoid hits, right? Instead of bringing yourself to the player that wants to punch you, let them come to you, and then you can engage them on your turns. On your turns, and whether you're at the line of scrimmage or not at the line of scrimmage, you're still going to be in the same formations, more than likely, and then you'll have the same opportunities to open up gaps in the defense. Turn 9 now for the Fishy Fiends. Lots of elves over in this right wide zone. Radover's going to move back up to the line of scrimmage. Nutters the Brine shifts over to the right. The Real Saino, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Here's the 3-die blitz on the right wide. So got a pal with I Kind Sir, the Abyssal Bull. Bad Dog says stopping that close to the sidelines against Frenzy is a bold strategy. Yeah, so again, if you're new to the stream, like Connor is brand new to the game of Blood Bowl, so he's learning the game as he goes here. Much respect, right? It's always scary when you're brand new to a game and you're feeding yourself to the sharks, right? Like you go in there and you're like, oh, everybody else has been playing for 40 years. So I have a lot of respect for that. But it's brand new to the game, so learning the tactics, learning the strategy, yeah. And I genuinely mean that. Like like in the FGC, a lot of people would be afraid to not even just majors, like they'd be afraid to come out to locals and stuff, and you'd have to like pull teeth to get people to come compete because they're scared, and I get that, right? Like you don't want to make yourself look like a fool, but then exactly right, yeah, hats off to them indeed. Like you come out and you compete, and no matter how you do, you are part of the family. Like you are part of the crew, and two, this is how you learn, right? This is how you learn and get better. I've said it in stream before. One of my favorite things in this league and in competitive gaming in general is to watch players get so much better than they were. It's so fun to watch. It's just so cool. I love. I was gonna say I love sports. I don't actually love sports, but I love sort of sporting things. You know what I mean, like competitive stuff like that. Because you know you go up against somebody who destroyed you, and then maybe 10 games later you go up against them and you beat them, and it's the greatest thing ever. It's so cool. Turn 10 now for the Dangerous Knights crew. Takes the blitz on Nutters the Brine. Shifts number 10 over to the left. So now trying to spread this team a little wide here, but still a little forward. We'll see where the runner ends up. Remember the runner's going right up to the line here, so keeping this cage intact. This is a scary position for this Dark Elf team to be. Fails the rush. Fails the rush. Is he going to spend a final reroll here? This will be the last reroll for the game for this Dark Elf team if they spend it. Spends the rush, and that's it. That's the final reroll. Closes out the 4-point cage. Turn 10 now for the Fishy Fiends. These are the bashy elves, yeah. Number 2 Ogre shifts over to the right here, and they're going to start closing down on this offense. And this is what we were talking about a turn ago here. You can see how the defense is setting up to shut off all the movement options for this offense. Not only does this mean that the offense has less movement options, but it means the defense has gotten stronger because they don't need to dedicate so many players over here, right? Instead of dedicating them over here, they can double up over here. 2-die block on number 6 gets a pow out of this. Deciding to push number 6 off to the right. Breaks armor. There's an injury. There's an injury. One-man player advantage now for the Fishy Fiends. SP Beaver says maybe it's time the ball just dodges through and hopes to Nuffle it works. Maybe. Still got to contend with double-time Skinner Wake. And there isn't really... Boy, I mean, that is quite a dodge. 3-die blitz on the right side of the cage. Gets a knockdown out of this, and this will be a mark on the ball. Oh, another removal. A kind sir, the Abyssal Bull with the removal. 2-man player advantage now for the Fiends. Ajax really makes this team work. Die blitz with Mighty Blow. Turn 11 now. Move. Turn 11 now for the Dangerous Knights crew. I also want to point out here too, props, super props here. Look at this. Connor, our first coach playing on console. I think that's awesome. Okay, Mike says the Ava Pin of Death works again. Sorry, Connor. Didn't mean to draw. Turn 11 now for the Dangerous Knights crew. Finding most of the team tied up by this Chaos Renegades team. That Skaven player pulls back into the safety position. Yeah, this might just be a go for it moment. It's so tough. It's so tough because, like, if he shoots out to the right wide zone, he's only going to have a half cage. And I'm not sure he's going to have the distance to actually score on the next turn. Plus, this whole defense is just going to descend upon the half cage. Doesn't really have a player. I mean, he could certainly take advantage of it, but remember this dump off ability. You can pass up to a quick pass away. So quick pass, whoops, didn't realize that was still there. Quick pass is 3 spaces away, right, in any orthogonal direction. Now, the actual game has an actual ruler for this, and it's physical distance. So it's actually 2 squares away on the diagonal, and you can imagine a circle. This is where your quick pass circle is. So you can pass anywhere within here. So ideally for the dump off ability, you want to have somebody on the outside here that you could dump off to, who could then activate and take off. Takes the blitz, 3+ dodge to open up a lane-ish over on the left side here. Remember, that dodge is a -1. Yeah, -1 dodge. Didn't get past that big old rat ogre tail. Ball ends up on the ground on the opposing 6-yard line. The Fiends have an opportunity to secure this ball here in turn 11. First, a 2-die block against the number 3 blitzer. Bad Dogs are starting with pizza. I had tacos today. I don't think I'm allowed to have pizza. I think if you have tacos and pizza the same day, your doctor just flies to your house in a helicopter and just slaps you on the wrist. SB Beaver says, can we blame that failed dodge on Avis Drides? There was no injury, so it wasn't me. Block. Again, right? We talked about this in the last game here, but this strength 5, it's so easy. I shouldn't say it's so easy. It's easier to get those 3-die blocks, and Ajax doing a great job of it. You want to be getting those 3-die blocks on these high strength players because you want to ensure that you're knocking down who you want. Yeah. Oh boy, what an action! What an action! Minotaur comes in on the 3-die blitz. Says, Hilda, you want the ball? Sure. There you go. It's all yours. Gets the ball into the hands of Hilde, the number 4 journeyman. Turn over here in turn 11. Turn 12 now for the Dangerous Knights crew. This Elven offense in a bit of trouble here. You can see they've been effectively picked apart. So there's a couple of elves here, a couple of elves here. You've got a standing elf here, standing elf here, prone elf here, right? By having your formation picked apart like this, it's very easy for the defense to just keep these players out of the drive. And so it's your opponent can place their pieces in such a way that they're between you and where you want to be. It's much easier to defend when you're not getting your assists, when you can't like set up a big line that you can block. You know, you can set up a chain of blocks down the line to push away players, and it really puts this Chaos Renegades team in control here. That is going to be a turnover on the uphill blitz. Turn 12, final turn of the third quarter here for the Fishy Fiends. Three-die block on the runner, gets a POW out of this. Coming up after this game, we have our third game of our triple header tonight. It's going to be the Gutterballs versus MAML Nightmare, El Numerino versus Festoon. That's going to be Orcs versus... What is that versus? Necro. That's right, Necro. Another Armor gets KO out of this. No Kaz, no Kaz. That's right, triple header tonight. Yeah, so the StarCraft team, I think for future notes, spread out against a Bashy team like this. Don't let the Bashy team group up and gang up on you and just beat you up. Don't be quick to bring the ball to the defense. Just let the defense let the drive take shape. If you need to stall as a more agile team or a more fragile team, I guess I should say, what you can do is if you have that speed advantage, just retreat back here. You'll hear people refer to this as a DACA. Just retreat and engage the defense back here. What this will allow you to do is you have the speed advantage. You're going to gain 2 or 3 turns just having them catch up to you, and you can stall this way, as opposed to fighting your way down pitch, taking blocks a whole way down and losing players slowly or maybe even quickly. Ball handed off to double time Skitterwake, looking for a second touchdown this evening. This is the number 10 Skaven player for this Chaos Renegades team. One more touchdown will allow the Skaven player to level up. Failed dodge. Trying to get through that prehensile tail turn. 13 for the Fishy Fiends. The question is, will the Fiends score now and try to get another touchdown on the board, or will they try to stall this out? They're going to score. There it is, 3-0. Fishy Fiends increase their lead here in the 4th quarter. So early in the season, team development is very important. So you want to try to get SPP on your players. Even if you don't win games, I mean, obviously you want to win games, but getting SPP is important. And for a lot of teams, that also means spreading that SPP around. So you'll often see a lot of coaches, especially early in the season, maybe they can score with someone, but they take a risk and try to hand that ball off to someone else so they can get that 3 SPP on a different player and try to spread up. For example, on a human team, generally speaking, I want my linemen to pick up block, right? Or something like that, maybe wrestle. But they have no skills. So I want to make sure I start skilling them up ASAP. And that means trying to spread that SPP around. On the quick snap, can reposition 5 players 1 space toward the ball, provided they're not marked. Rolled a 2 on the D3, so that's D3 plus 5 is... D3 plus 5. The 2 on the D3 plus 3 is 5. We'll see if this ball even stays on the pitch, though. It's going to be a bounce. It goes off the pitch. This will be a touchback. Probably goes in the hands of number 5. We'll see. Could go in the hands of a blitzer. A blitzer is a little more resilient with the block skill. Whoa, it's going to go in the hands of the number 8 lineman over in the left wide zone. He has no fear. Turn 14 now for the Dangerous Knights crew. Again, setting up a cage here. This tight cage. That's half your team dedicated to the cage, right? If you have a 4-point cage. And the defense, it's obvious to the defense that this is where you're going to be. Setting up in the wide zone as well is also basically giving up the rest of the pitch, right? So if you set up in this wide zone, you just kind of look at the pitch. Let's say my ball's here. I can go this way. I can go this way. I can go this way, right? I can even go this way or laterally, right? I have all these options for movement. which means the defense needs to be cognizant of those options. And I drew on the screen again. I am so sorry, Ajax. Aqua's gonna be spent on the Rat Ogre. Oh boy. That's just gonna be a seriously hurt. Well done, Sargus in the foul. Oh. Poor fella. 4 broken hearts, 5 broken limbs. But when you set up in the wide zone like this, what's happening is, well, you could go here, right? You could go here, you could go here, but you've lost these options, right? You've lost these options over here. And so not only do you have less movement options, but the defense now sees that, and they have less that they have to defend. So they know where you're going, and they can put more players there to defend against you. So once you commit to a wide zone, it really limits your options. You want to try to control center pitch if at all possible. Turn 14 for the Fiends here, trying to pick up another touchdown. We'll play this game out before the last game of the evening. We'll see this one through, and then we'll get to our third and final game of the evening. Two-die block against the number 2 blitzer. It's a push out of this. Another thing to keep in mind is when to spend your rerolls. It can be very tempting to... So in Blood Bowl, generally speaking, not always, but generally when you fail a die roll, your turn's over. It's called a turnover. Your turn is done. And so that means a couple of things, right? Number one, you want to be... You want to maximize the number of actions you can get in your turn, right? That's more stuff you can do. And to do that, generally speaking, you'll want to do your least risky actions first and your more risky actions last, right? That's when we talk about turn order, that's what we're talking about. So movement generally costs no die rolls, right? Whether you're rushing or dodging or whatever. So you'll do that first, and then you'll start to take your 3-die blocks and so on and so forth. So that's something to consider to manage your rerolls, so you don't have to burn through your rerolls. Another thing to consider is, what is my utility out of my reroll? So if I spend a reroll, what am I getting out of it? Is this helping me get closer to a score? Is this helping me to remove a player from the pitch? What is my utility? If the utility is simply my turn doesn't end, then maybe you don't spend the reroll. You just hold on to that reroll for something else. And that's because these rerolls really significantly change the probability of success, right? We said it a million times, and I'll say it 1,000,001, right? When you're talking about a D6, like, we're not talking about a D1000 or a D100. We're talking about a D6. There are just 6 options. That means if I get to roll that twice, odds change dramatically. Think of a coin, right? If I need heads on a coin flip, I have a 50-50 shot. But if I can flip the coin twice, I now have a 75% shot. That's a huge difference. And in this version of the rules, in the 2020 version of the rule, it used to be the fact that you could only spend 1 team reroll a turn. Now you can spend multiple team rerolls in a turn. You can only spend 1 per die pool, but now you can set up really big plays, and so your rerolls are that much more valuable. So being able to... That's right. Unforgiven Ireland says Khemri pickups. Yep. If you're playing Khemri or Tomb Kings, you don't even know what the ball is. You need the rerolls. You need the rerolls just to remind yourself that you're playing a game of football. But yeah, you don't want to just burn them if you're getting no utility out of them. 1 die block on number 4 gets a push out of this. There's a ball? Huh? Boy, oh boy, where's this ball going to end up? Problem here with this cage is unsafe. If your cage ends up marked, again, we talked about this earlier, it's now you're giving your opponent an opportunity to block the ball, and or to blitz the ball carrier, and that's because you're giving them a block on one corner of the cage, right? You get as many blocks as you want in a turn. You only get one blitz. So that's the block. The blitz comes in on the ball carrier. If instead the cage isn't marked, then the blitz has to come in on the corner of the cage, unless it's a super risky blitz. Or like a war dancer or something. Unforgiven Ireland says, if you've never been nervous before in life, try picking up with Kendall. Yeah. Yeah. Bad Duck says Kimry has a thrower. Why? I'll never know. Yeah, that's right. All right, so the cage being set up here in the left wide zone on the opposing 2-yard line. Wow! Lots of dodges to get Cutthroat to safety here. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus no problem. Excuse me, gentlemen. I've got somewhere to be. Turn 15 for the Fishy Fiends. Looking for a way to score here. They got to end this turn in scoring position. Unforgiven Ireland says, I can say that I've done it, but I've never won the lottery. There's the scoring threat. So number 13, Bad Luck. The Renegade Human Lineman is going to move forward into scoring position in case they can recover the ball here. 2-die block on the number 3 blitzer on the front left corner of the cage here. Gets the POW. Wow. Wow. Big armor break. He is out for the game. He's knocked down the ball carrier. Needs somebody to recover the ball as well. Could recover on turn 16. 18 seconds left on the clock. Fishy Fiends still have both their rerolls remaining. Looking for a way to get this other touchdown. And to be clear, this isn't styling, right? This is, again, this is team development, trying to get that touchdown. Touchdowns are worth 3 SPP. It's the most SPP you can gain while on the pitch. Get 4 for an MVP, 2 for a Kaz, 1 for a successful toss. This ball is going to be pushed out from these opposing elves to the 2-yard line, just off the left sideline. So 3 more SPP is huge. 50-50 roll here works out with the Minotaur. Repositions the Minotaur. 2-die block on number 1. Gets a push out of this. And the Elf's going to come in on the ball here. 2+ on the pickup. Good pickup. Rushes forward. Well done by the Fiends. Turn 16 for the dangerous Knights crew. They're not going to win this game tonight, but we'll see what they do here. I think it might just be a matter of keeping your team safe and then maybe taking some YOLO blocks with the journeyman, because why not? Oh, he's going to try to stop the score. He's playing. He's playing. Might see a blitz here on turn 13. I mean, on player number 13. Bad Luck. It'll be 2 rushes on a blitz from number 10. Could be a 2+ dodge by the runner. Rush, so just the 1 rush to take a mark on the ball carrier. 52 seconds for the Dangerous Knights crew. There's a 2+ dodge on the blitz. Gonna take it on Darth Pointy Pony. Instead, it's gonna be a skull. Let's see if the runner stays alive. He does. Trying to knock down the ball carrier. Keeps the scorer in position. Turn 16 for the Fiends. Can they pull out a win here? 4-0. We're about to find out. Three-die block on Slippers, the number 4 blitzer. Gets a knockdown here, looking for an 8+. There it is. Didn't get anything out of this, though. Takes a mark downfield. Fatal Melody, the number 12 lineman, marking the 2 remaining players in this drive. Here's the blitz, Minotaur blitz. 2-die blitz gets a push. Frenzy follow-up coming up. Very well done by Ajax to clear the ball carrier. Great use of Frenzy to knock 2 players off the ball carrier. There's the handoff, and it'll be a 4-0 ball game. Very well done by the Fiends. Very, very well played. Set up that one mark to force the push, the chain block, and got 2 players off the ball carrier. Very well done on that blitz. A lot of fun to watch. Congratulations to Ajax, and again, a good showing by Connor too. I mean, honestly, if I were new to the game, I'm pretty sure I was significantly worse. So very well done, well played, and I look forward to future matches from both coaches as this season continues to shape up. We have lots more to go. Let's take a look at the standings before we get into the third and final game of our triple header tonight. With that win, the Fishy Fiends jump into first place ahead of BB Nuts Believe Broncos. Both coaches with a 3-1-0 record, but the Fishy Fiends are beating them out by just 1 touchdown. The Real Sano says the SPP boost for the Chaos team is going to be dangerous. Yes, indeed it is.